And we're here.
What's up, guys? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? Live. This is the Riffsters podcast, episode 20. That's exciting. We made it to 20 episodes.
Finally.
When we started this journey 7 months ago.
Just one score episode ago.
Yeah, just less than one score ago.
Yeah.
Welcome to our live stream. If you've never seen our live stream before, and I know we have a lot of YouTube subscribers that are new now.
Yeah, we do.
If you've never seen our podcast before, essentially what we do, and it's the reason for our name, the Riffsters, is we pick a topic to start on, and then we just end up riffing off that topic for like 45 minutes, and we get onto these really random streams of consciousness. Our producer, Jack, writes down how the conversation flows, and then we go at the end and we track back through everything that we talked about to see what in God's green earth, how the conversation flowed. So
it usually gets pretty weird.
It gets weird.
It gets weird. We get weird here.
Last week we started with like Christmas movies and somehow ended up on an extensive conversation of dinosaurs.
We eventually told Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to take drugs, but
we did, yeah.
That's just the kind of podcast we are.
That's just what we do.
Also riff off of the comments, so if you're here, go ahead and
leave us a comment.
Leave us a comment and join the conversation.
Like Mark Roberts Jr. Cue the John Williams.
Exactly.
Kind of sounds like an Italian.
Wow, that's your porn video.
Wow, that's really good Star Trek that you're doing.
If you guys have not already guessed what the theme of our podcast is today, with my Ray hair and my red cloak, we're talking about Star Wars tonight.
We're talking about Star Wars.
So.
I'm doing a very casual TR-8R cosplay. We just don't know what it looks like.
Wait. Do it.
Use your Jedi weapon. Strike me down.
Every time. Yes.
That's funny. Before we actually jump into Star Wars, though, I did want to talk about, because this is our podcast where we just kind of talk about the state of all things Riffsters. One could say it's the state of the Riffsters Union, the state of the union for the Riffsters. We started a new series in the last week-ish, right?
We did.
2 weeks. We started a new series of trailer reactions, which in and of itself is not an original concept, but our very own Riffster, Dana, came up with, well, when we decided we want to do it, we said, we're not going to do this because if everyone does this, we're not going to do this unless we can come up with a unique angle. And so why don't you tell people about what your idea was and how it kind of came to be?
So I thought it'd be kind of funny if we did trailer reactions based on only one sense. Well, one of the two senses you can do when watching a trailer. So I was like, why don't we do one where it's blind and another one where you can't hear anything, but you can only see. And the guys really liked that idea. So I was like, let's call it sensory deprivation. And Julian was like, no, maybe don't call it that. I was like, we're calling it that.
Well, I didn't say don't call it that. I just thought you could come up with a catchier name, but it works.
It works.
Yeah, it works. So, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no. That's basically what I had to say.
So we started this series, and for comparison's sake, when we started the series, at least on YouTube, we had 30 subscribers, a healthy 30 subscribers, half of which were probably friends and our various accounts.
Yeah. I was 27 of them, probably.
You were probably at least 27 of them. Now, after having done these trailer reactions, apparently there's a huge niche of people that really enjoy these, and we've shot up to 205 subscribers.
I know.
So
thanks, guys.
Quick golf clap for us.
Yes. Thanks for subscribing.
Hopefully 2 of those subscribers are Mark, and now Georgina is with us on Facebook.
Georgina, baby
what's
girl.
What's up? So check out our trailer reactions. So far, we did Incredibles 2 first, then we did Infinity War, then we did Jurassic World, Alita: Battle Angel, Ready Player One, and then the animated Spider-Man movie. There was so many trailers that dropped this weekend.
There were so many trailers this weekend.
Like way too many.
Especially for like a dead part of the industry.
Yeah.
It really blew up.
Yeah, it was like exploded this weekend, or just like in the last week. So anyway, just wanted to talk about that, say like we're really excited about that. We're going to continue that series, but also we got the podcast, and if you're watching this, whether you're a new subscriber or not, we do want to make more series. So this won't just be trailer reactions, but we will do those, but we'll also be doing the podcast. We'll also be doing sketches.
Yes.
And I'm trying to convince him to do a tabletop gaming series. There's going to be plenty of stuff.
Just need the setup.
There's Gonna be plenty of stuff coming to this channel, so we're really excited about it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for
I
subscribing.
wish we could pan over to my tabletop collection.
I know.
There's so many.
All that's
over there.
waiting to be played.
We're gonna get there. That's gonna be a 2018 goal, is to launch the tabletop gaming as well as a bunch of other series. So anyway, we have 3 live viewers on YouTube. That's
I know,
really cool.
so excited.
That's 3 times more than we had before.
Don't forget to comment in and say hello.
Leave us a comment.
Apparently,
So,
I can't talk today.
It's
did
okay.
you say la blah blah blah?
I said comment or something like that. Yeah.
You're
It's
just being
the-
fancy.
You
Come
were
on.
saying the French. Yeah, come on. Leave us a comment. So let's talk about Star Wars.
Yes, let's talk about Star Wars.
Okay, tell me.
I know that this is technically not the hair that she has in The Last Jedi. I just really always wanted to do the 3 buns in my hair, just putting that out there, and had the chance to finally do it. So, just so y'all know, I know this is technically not.
It looks good. And
Thank you.
piggybacking off of that, my first thing that I wanted to discuss with Star Wars is, what is it? And why?
It is the best movie of 2017, starring a bunch of kids,
Yeah,
and it's
okay.
based on Stephen King.
Says the person who has so much Star Wars stuff.
I know. I have. Yeah. No, that's my franchise. Well, no, I don't think it's my favorite. No, sorry. It's tied with. I don't know how I pick between Star Wars and James Bond.
Oh yeah, I
Although-
forgot about Bond.
Although actually, you know,
You love Star Wars more, you just want to be James Bond. That settles it.
Guys, it's true.
That's probably fair. Although I was about to say, James Bond came later. So if we're talking about the OG, the truest of true fandoms in the life of Julian, it's probably Star Wars.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm really jealous of everyone. I know like several. I guess that's what happens when you work in entertainment now. You end up knowing several people who get to go see the movies early and stuff.
Yeah.
Like our other Riffster, Derek, is watching The Last Jedi as we
Right
speak.
now.
Yeah, Derek is a little dickhead, and he's out
Yeah.
at the press screening, seeing it already, and we have to wait till frickin' Thursday.
You know,
And
but
like-
I'm excited for Thursday.
I am too.
So
I'm a little bummed we're seeing it in 3D, if I'm being honest.
we're seeing it in 3D.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
That's news to me.
Because Derek bought the tickets.
Yes,
We need to stop
unfortunately.
letting Derek buy the tickets.
That's probably something. Yeah, we should do.
Story time. We let Derek buy the last tickets. We went to go see Murder on the Orient Express, and he bought them for the wrong day. So we showed up, and there was not
Yeah.
a screening for us to watch.
Yeah, we got
So-
we got to the theater. And he's like, we were like all ready for this, and then we were picking up our tickets at the desk, and we're all just in a huddle talking, and it's just taking like slightly too long.
Mhm.
And so then finally Derek kind of comes over like a puppy with his tail between his legs, like just a conversation he did not want to have, and he was like, so I bought the tickets for last night's showing at 8:30 p.m.
Yep.
And so luckily we found it. We a bunch of us, a couple of people had Movie Pass, so we were able to make it work. But yeah, we're learning not to let him buy tickets
Yeah.
because the 3D Star Wars is frankly unforgivable. I am not interested in 3D in any capacity.
So I know we talked about this in previous Star Wars episodes, podcasts. I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
I'm starving.
I am pretty hungry. I know we talked about this in previous podcasts, but I kind of want to like just go over it since this is a Star Wars themed podcast and kind
Sure.
of go over how you feel about The Force Awakens and then your predictions for The Last Jedi. Yeah, this is a can of worms, which
This
is why
is-
I'm a little like,
This isn't a can of worms. This is a can of Sarlacc, as in the gigantic sandworm that lives in the pit.
Are you just flexing right now?
Tatooine? I'm
he's
flexing
totally flexing right
hard.
now.
Ask me what the name of Darth Maul's species is.
What's the name of Darth Maul's species?
Zabrak.
What's the name of Yoda's species?
His species has not been identified. Although there is a second one in Phantom Menace. There's a brief scene where there's a female Yoda.
And her
I
name
knew
is?
Yaddle.
I thought it was Yada, just yay.
I could be wrong, but I think it's Yaddle. We can. Well, I guess you can search and confirm.
Fact
that.
check.
Fact check.
Georgina is also hungry, so rip
Oh,
us.
thank you, Georgina. I
leave
always
us-
can't talk when I'm hungry.
if you're hungry, comment in the comments. Apple Palooza.
It's Yaddle.
Apple Palooza.
just
So yeah, how do you
it's a can of worms.
how do you
man.
feel? I mean, we're gonna go see it on Thursday.
I don't hate The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it. I just don't love it. So it sits firmly in this category of like.
Okay, but why do you not
like I like
love
it. Like I like it as a friend. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't, you know.
But like if they wanted to take the relationship to the next level, you're like, I might consider. Oh, big nah.
This was not the poon you were looking for.
Wow.
That would be my reaction.
But why? Like what feeling? What about that first movie did you not like? I'm really digging here, guys.
Even though you already know the answer, for the benefit of our viewers,
I know
it didn't feel like it's the stupidest, most like artsy fartsy reason, but it just did not. I didn't feel like I was watching Star Wars. When I saw Rogue One, I felt like I was watching Star Wars. It hit me emotionally. I got really like sad about it and like emotional because it was like a child, like being like a child again, and it was nostalgic, but then it was happy, but it was sad. You know, like I felt all those things that I felt watching A New Hope and Empire. I didn't feel that in The Force Awakens. It felt like very unfamiliar things. However, I absolutely love the characters. So even if I didn't love like the movie that they were in, I'm super interested in The Last Jedi because it looks like they're taking it in a cool direction because I'm into the characters of Rey. I loved Kylo. I love the concept.
I think Kylo is underrated as a villain, actually.
He's so good. And I love Adam Driver's portrayal.
How did you, because a lot of people didn't like it. They were like, he's too emo, he's too like emotional and all that stuff.
But that's the thing is he feeds off his emotions when he shouldn't be.
Thank you.
And, yeah.
Thanks. I love him too, so I'm okay with it.
I'm someone who wasn't always diehard Star Wars, and Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie to date.
Yeah.
But I would still put Force Awakens probably in my top half. I would probably put Rogue One, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens. And then A New Hope. But I also don't shit on the prequels like a lot of people do. But they are bottom three. In my opinion.
I love the prequels.
I absolutely shit on the prequels. They're terrible.
You don't hate the prequels.
I've never watched them since the first time I watched them.
Rank them in order.
That's not true.
Why did you even say that? Why did you even say I'm like, you're just lying right now.
I know.
Rank them in order.
I don't even know if I can. The first one was and then the second one was utter trash. And then the third one was passable as a movie.
Attack of the Clones is my personal favorite.
You and Derek agree on that, and I cannot see how. It's definitely last for me, and then I go back and forth between Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith. Although I think I like Revenge of the Sith more. It's just pod racing, because I'm weird like that.
Pod racing is great. Okay, across the board, things that people can agree on even if they hate the prequels, is that pod racing was awesome. Yeah. There's no one that thinks that wasn't cool.
That was cool.
Cat Wow, no spoilers.
I don't know if that's a spoiler.
I know it's a joke, but
I just don't even want to read it just in case it is a spoiler.
I mean, it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah,
we should probably say what they said. Spoiler alert: this person says Leia dies.
I mean,
but we don't know if they've seen it. They were just guessing.
That's true.
So,
regardless.
chill.
What Rip Carrie Fisher.
What I was going to say is I was going to tell you exactly why I like Attack of the Clones. And okay, keep in mind, I was going to say this before.
Other than the bad acting.
I was going to say this before. I'm the ultimate Hayden Christensen apologist. I love Hayden Christensen. I will say this. If you were to ask me to rank the Star Wars movies in order of the best movies, like as a film, how they were made, that's a completely different list than if you were to ask me to rank my personal favorite Star Wars movies. I'm totally capable of acknowledging that the prequels are bad movies. However, if you talk about what brings me joy, what takes me back to my childhood, what makes me feel good if I'm having a bad day and I want to go escape somewhere, the prequels is my favorite time period of Star Wars lore. Because the Jedi were in their prime-ish, and I love the idea of the Clone Wars. There's so much like rich opportunity for storytelling there, which they explored in the series, which is amazing.
But I feel like the animated Star Wars does this so much better job at that.
It does.
So you have this amazing story, and then you learn more about it, and then you realize how little it's fleshed out in the actual prequel.
It's not done well in the movie, which is what I'm saying. They're not good movies, but just because I grew up with them, which I imagine is how this current generation will feel with Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and whatever the Episode 9 is. But Attack of the Clones
Last Jedi, we mean it this time.
Yeah.
We mean it this time.
what I was gonna say is Attack of the Clones has what I think is the best theme ever created in Star Wars history. Across the Stars is the best piece of music I think ever made for Star Wars.
Not Duel of Fates.
Duel of Fates is like a super close second, like by inches.
No,
by inches.
It is so much better.
Across the Stars, I think, is maybe one of my favorite pieces of music ever created.
Pigletty! Hi, Pigletty.
Hey, what's up?
I don't know who you are. Talking about Star Wars, if you're just joining.
I love the Geonosis battle. I love Obi-Wan's solo mission. I love that nobody dies in it, and it's not the ending, but it's also not the beginning, so it's a perfect... I like middles. I like middle movies.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's not the beginning, but it's not the ending.
Maya just joined us. It's okay. We're just talking about Star Wars. And Mark gave his opinion, also put Rogue One at the top.
It's kind of...
Wow.
Which is interesting because me and you, I feel like whenever we talk with people, most people don't put Rogue One at the top, but we both do.
But I feel like a lot of people do consider Rogue One the best Star Wars movie. Like, I've heard that more often
than
not.
I've heard a lot of backlash when I say that.
I think it is one of the better... like military, like army.
It is such a good war movie.
Thank you, war movie. That's the word I was looking for. It's one of the best war movies I've seen, and one of the best sci-fi war movies I've seen. I don't know if I would make it the best Star Wars, just because it was so tonally different from all of our other Star Wars. Well, for the most part, movies.
So that's actually why I like it, because I thought it was, even though they had like the story that they needed to tell, I thought it was very risky, and it was one of the easiest stories to make people upset because you're trying to bridge into New Hope. Mm-hmm. And I actually heard that The Last Jedi takes a lot of risks in terms of its storytelling compared to a lot of other Star Wars.
Well.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I saw some of the early like Twitter reactions, which they can't tweet anything spoilery at all. So, but like just the way they were talking, you can kind of gauge from the way they were talking about it, and a lot of these people that saw it were like, "This movie goes places like you did not like."
Even Mark Hamill wasn't sure about the initial direction, and then eventually came around to it.
I've been on board like hard with everything related to The Last Jedi. They hired Rian Johnson, who I love as a director and a writer. Like everything I've seen looks great. Like I was so hard on board. The one thing out of all of it that gave me a massive pause was the fact that Mark Hamill multiple times has said, and maybe you don't know this.
Oh no, I didn't know this.
He said in like an interview. He was like, when I got the script for the first time, when I finished reading it, I went to Rian Johnson immediately and I said, I fundamentally disagree with everything you've decided about my character. And then he's like, oh, but I've come around. And then just recently, like this week, a couple days ago, I saw there was an article. He's on the press tour. And he said, he was quoted as saying, like, I'm a little bummed they didn't, like, take more of George Lucas's guidance and vision. Like, he had stories for 7, 8, and 9, and they just threw them out. So it's like he keeps saying, like, I wish they would have done this. I'm not sure about this. So that's the thing that makes me nervous.
He's a big fan of the franchise, and so if it doesn't quite go the way that a fan would want it to, of course you're going to be a little disappointed.
We know how certain fanboys react.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even an actor, even if they're in the literal movie, can still be a fan.
Yeah.
So.
But it just worries me, because he knows that character. So if he's like...
Yeah.
Because I just want this movie to feel like Star Wars. Like, I don't care what they do. It just, like, the product needs to make me feel like Rogue One did. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't get that in Force Awakens, and that's the one thing that makes me nervous. But everything I've seen makes me feel like I'm going to feel that way.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, have you looked into Battlefront 2 at all to see that story?
Oh,
and if it feels like Star Wars to you?
I want to play it. I just haven't bought it yet.
Okay.
Let me ask you that.
After the initial Battlefront 2 reactions to buying some of the characters and whatnot, I have been hesitant because I've already had issues with EA in the past that I did not like. Sims, everyone.
EA is an abusive developer.
They were an abusive developer, and I get it. Like, it costs a lot of money to make these video games, but they are making money. It is fine. Okay, I bought so many clothes from The Sims. They have enough money. They
don't care if you like them as just a friend or not. They're going to force their shit on you.
I know. They're literally the worst.
Yeah.
When it comes to business plans. So I've been hesitant to buy it, but I eventually do also want to have it.
I want to play that campaign because I like the idea that they're bridging the gap a little bit between the movies. That's that is a big thing that bummed me out about The Force Awakens, was that my expectation when they announced, oh, we're making 7, 8, and 9, was that like 7 would be like, Luke has just started the new Jedi Academy, he's training all these Jedi, and then him and his Jedi generations that he's trained are gonna like go off and fight this new evil. So I was really put off by the fact that like the opening crawl is like 30 years have passed. Luke made an academy, then it got destroyed, then he disappeared, and he's gone. I was like, no, that's what I wanted to see.
Do you think that story is going to be told in Last Jedi? In flashbacks?
In flashbacks, I'm sure.
Because we need to learn more about him and Kylo.
We have to, yeah.
I think that's absolutely going to be what happens.
So we have to learn like more about that. But I don't know. I'm hoping that they start to flesh out, whether it's in the movies or in the additional material, they start to flesh out more of like that in between story. Because all I wanted, like that's going to be my one thing that's going to bug me about this new trilogy forever. It's just like I kind of wish if it had been up to me, I would have probably picked the pathway where Luke is like a thriving Jedi Master. Because like I'm so tired of like there are no more Jedi left. There are no Jedi. There's only one Jedi. You're the only Jedi. Like everyone, nobody knows because that's the entire original films was there was only one Jedi. It was
That's
Luke.
true.
He was
That's
the only
true.
one.
Yeah.
Because Yoda and Obi-Wan were in hiding and they died. I don't like, and this is just a thing on stories in general. I don't like when the fabled order or whatever is like destroyed and there's only one of them. Like I want to see them in their prime, kicking butt in an epic battle against another evil order.
But, go ahead.
Are you a huge fan of Superman? Is in the DC?
I mean, like I like Superman.
I'm just interested because normally you have that. I would say the counter argument is you like seeing the struggle, and a lot of people find it difficult to relate to Superman because he's always like so powerful and dominant. So I was just wondering if
I do like that aspect of him, and Dana and I have talked about this in terms of like it bums me out too when people don't use their like when they're constantly in training or they're constantly not like we talk about like the
or they're
TV.
constantly wimpy.
Yeah,
you had an issue with Wonder Woman's fighting in Justice League, right?
No, she did.
I had
you
the
did.
issue because she was so OP in Wonder Woman, and then suddenly like not
Well,
that great.
not even just in Wonder Woman. She was OP in certain parts of Justice League.
I know,
And then not.
and then suddenly she's getting thrown around. I'm like, nah, dude. Like I know that Doomsday threw her around, but like she looked like she barely got a scratch on her, and then this guy comes around and it's tough. Like she needs a team to take this guy down. What? Sorry, real quick before we go off, I just wanted to say I'm excited for there to be no Jedi at all. I maybe it's my chaotic evil personality.
Your favorite Star Wars movie has no Jedi in it. How does that make you feel?
That's not what I'm talking about either, though. I want gray Jedi. Because I always hated the like pure good or pure evil tropes, and I cannot wait for an actual human being to be a Jedi, if that makes sense. Or I guess not a Jedi, but just be able to use the Force and not be necessarily good nor evil. Because that's who I would be.
I mean, it feels like that's where it definitely feels like that's where they're going.
Yeah.
With The Last Jedi.
Yeah, and that's what I'm excited for sure. You were saying something about a TV show?
Oh, I was just saying, like, I was just about to go on a whole rant of like things that bug me and like
we like
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I don't like when there's only the one of the thing. Like I'm tired of like I want to see a full flourishing Jedi or a full flourishing Justice League or a full flourishing Avengers. Like I don't like when they like or like we just watched X-Men Apocalypse and like it took them 3 movies for the end of X-Men Apocalypse to be like and now they're the X-Men. I'm like I want to see them when they're in their prime, and it's a critique I have of a lot of superhero television as well. We're talking about like The Flash, where it's like they're 5 seasons in, and only now is he like, oh, he's comfortable with his powers. It took him 4 seasons where he was just like futzing around, and I feel like in so many series you have the main protagonist who just shows zero interest in developing his powers, right? Like he's just like, oh, I'll figure it out, or like I don't really want to do it. Yo,
you're gonna love One Punch Man.
If I got any of these powers, the first thing I would do is get you guys together and be like, let's think of every possible cool list of attack moves I could come up with, and I'm gonna train the crap out of these.
You're gonna want to do up, diagonal, right,
exactly,
down, knee, and then you throw a knee.
I was like, guys, we need to develop like a roster of moves. I need to have names for all of them. I need to be the best at what I do so that when the villain comes along, I don't just like barely beat him. I beat the crap out of him.
Wow, this is so not like your personality at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Flash. Sorry, Flash is on their 4th season. Was it?
Thank you, Catwow.
Arrow is on 5. My bad. Thank you for the correction.
Yes, which is actually why I got you to watch Ruby.
Yeah,
WBY for some of you who don't know.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth's animated series. I love Ruby for that reason because they're all they go to school, but that doesn't, and they're like learning, but they're ballers and they kick ass.
Like, and they become a team, and then you see them as a team.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but they're constantly working on their powers, as you said.
That's the right way to do it, I think. Because if I was ever going to write a story where there was a superhero, or just any sort of like organization of heroes or things like that, that's what I want. I want them to be like, okay, cool, we got this. Now I'm going to train my ass off to become the best. And they show that they show them training in the Flash, but I don't feel like he ever gets really. I'm like, dude, you learned how to like do that lightning throw. Mm-hmm. Like, why don't you try every possible like. If I was like, oh my god, I can throw lightning, I'd be like, okay, cool. I wonder if I can kick lightning. I wonder if I can spit lightning out of my mouth. Like, let's just explore the options and see what's happening. Savage Planet says, hey guys, what's up, dude?
Hey.
Also, side note, Georgina's wondering if she should fear you, Dana, if you ever can use the Force.
No one should ever fear me, because I would not be evil nor good.
And then Mark is saying he does not like the idea of balance in Star Wars. The fact that when you eradicate the dark side, you make it one-sided is frustrating to him. And he's very excited for the Grey Order as well.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that is the perfect balance between the two. Because every single person, whether it's me or you, like we all have that inner war between our darker sides and our lighter sides. There is no, you can't just be good all the time. And I know that the Star Wars has shown the cracks within the Jedi through going through that kind of, oh, everything must be this way, and very like strict. And I mean, just as you see most pastors' children, they're eventually going to rebel. So,
well, if the Clone Wars TV series does a good job of showing that nuance. Like if the prequels were better movies, they would have had this through line showing you the dogmatic, narrow view of the Jedi, as the Emperor says.
Yeah.
Because why?
Oh, that's why I hate those movies so much.
Oh yeah.
That's like I didn't buy Anakin suddenly turning evil the way he did. I know what they were trying to do. It just was so weak to me that it irked me. And I was a kid when I was watching these films, so as a kid I was like, this doesn't make sense. Not because I was young, but because I was like, this is bad.
They have an arc at the end of the Clone Wars series that wraps up the Clone Wars that like really lays more context. And like when you go watch the episode 3 after that, you really feel it a lot more if you fill in that context.
It's just sad that it had to take an animated series to fill in what a movie should have already.
What I was going to say is, because Rian Johnson's getting to do his new trilogy now, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he has a really cool opportunity where, like, it doesn't necessarily need to be with Jedi or Sith, but if, hopefully he's still playing with this light side, dark side idea, because it's Star Wars, so there's always going to be the Force. It's got to be a through line, but he has a really cool opportunity to make it sort of Game of Thrones-y.
He does.
I think Game of Thrones is the best at creating characters on every possible side of a conflict that you can believe in their motives, and no one is not no one, but few characters in Game of Thrones are outright villains or outright heroes. You have like one or two characters on the edge of the spectrum. Like you have Jon, who's like clearly a hero. You have Cersei, who's obviously a villain. But even Cersei,
lawful good, chaotic evil.
Yeah, but even Cersei, who I'd argue is like one of the primary villains, you have a very clear idea of what her motive is, and if from a certain point of view you could understand it. Yeah. I think he has a cool opportunity now to.
She's almost lost her motivation though at this point.
She has.
Yeah, she's kind of lost a little bit.
But
too
yeah,
much.
She might actually be a bad example. Ramsay Bolton might be like your pure evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like that's one out of 30 characters, 40 characters in Game of Thrones that all have like good and bad about them. I would love to see Star Wars like that. It doesn't need to be that gritty and dark and intense, but just like that sort of like we have a bunch of people that are on various sides of this conflict.
I would say one thing to counter is that most of the faults we have with the Starks are character flaws and not evil moments of them.
Sure.
I would say. And that's how they're portrayed, whereas like Daenerys has clear moments where you question her morality.
Sure.
She's chaotic good.
Anyway, yeah. So that's how I would kind of differentiate.
Sure. Yeah. But I think it would be cool to see him take his new trilogy in that direction. Like, I don't know if he's planning on having it be like Jedi and lightsabers and Force. I don't know what he's planning on doing.
Yeah.
It'd be very risky,
but it would be cool. It would be cool to see that. I think.
I just want to. I think we've talked about this before. I just want to see them like zoom way far back in the past and just give me like Knights of the Old Republic or something.
I don't want them to literally do. I don't want them to adapt that.
Not literally, but like some.
I thought they already said they weren't.
Along those lines.
They're not.
Not exactly that storyline, but I just want to go back and like see that in some way, shape, or form.
Real quick, Mark has an interesting question. What color lightsaber would you have, and what type of hilt would you have? I know for color I'd be green just because it's my favorite color, and it's also quite basic.
You'd be a Jedi Consular. According to the Knights of the Old Republic, the color of your lightsaber, the blue of Jedi Guardians, green of Jedi Consulars, and I forget what yellow was. They were like the middle ground ambassadors.
Who the hell has yellow in the universe?
I know, but it was only in the Knights of the Old Republic game that had yellow for some reason.
Wait, I thought yellow, or was that orange?
Savage.
Or gold.
Samuel Jackson had purple.
No, he had purple, but I thought in the Clone Wars somebody had like either orange or yellow.
No one in the movies has ever had yellow.
Not the movies. I'm talking about.
In the series?
The series.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure Ahsoka.
No, she had green.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
She might have had a yellow one.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure she had yellow.
Yeah, she might have had a yellow. I haven't seen it in a
remember
while.
seeing that and be like, yes, because that's what my lightsaber would be.
Savage Planet says, "I'd love to see the Old Republic in the live-action series they're developing. I would love
Wouldn't we all?
I would love to see it as a time period. I don't need them to adapt the story. Like I don't need to be Darth Revan and Darth Malak and we agree on this. Like,
yeah.
Asuka had a green and a yellow one.
Thank you. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I remember her having a yellow one at some point.
In terms of, he asked about hilt too, right?
Yeah.
In terms of hilt, I've always liked Qui-Gon Jinn had in my opinion, the best hilt because you see some of them that have like these really weird bumps and things. I'm like, how do you even like Anakin's lightsaber? Because I have the replica. It's like it's got ridges on the bottom, then it's got a weird knob, and it's like where do you even hold it? Qui-Gon's was like sleek and like just it had like grit, like it looked like you would swing. I don't know why Anakin designed his the way he did.
I know which one I'd have. Kylo Ren's for sure.
Really?
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
You don't want Darth Maul's?
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a good point.
Or Count Dooku's, the curved one?
I forget. Oh, the curved one. Can I have dual?
All of Grievous's.
Because that way I could have like two, and then like I could be like Driz Do'Urden from D&D.
I loved the way they did his because it was like kind of like it fit his personality as a count where he was like fencing, like it was like a fencing sword, and the way he like they did his combat style was like really cool.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'd do. That's mine. What you say? Green? Did you say what hilt?
I didn't say what hilt. I am such a Darth Maul fanboy. I might have to go with Darth Maul.
Of course you are.
The Halloween after Phantom Menace came out, I was Darth Maul for Halloween.
That makes sense.
With
Checks
the
out.
full paint job.
Really?
Oh my gosh! Can I do that for you for Halloween this year?
You mean next year? Sure.
Next year?
Sure. Why not?
Yes. Every year is this year for me.
That's true. This year is almost over too.
What about what?
This year is almost over.
Right.
I mean, 2017 can kind of go.
Yeah, 2017 can die in a burning hell.
I forget what my rule is. It's either odd years or even years, but one of them always sucks. I forget which one it is. It's got to be odd years.
This was definitely our worst year ever.
You're a Giants fan, so odd years.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're an Astros fan. You're just from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm an Astros fan.
Astros fan.
Do we have a challenge?
Yes, we do. Thank you for reminding me. If you guys are new to the podcast, we like to do challenges here.
Just to mix it up.
So this one was actually suggested by Dana a couple weeks ago. I wanted to
now I'm regretting it.
What? So she already knows the challenge?
Yeah, but I wanted to hold off on it so she kind of forgot about it.
All right.
I did kind of forget about it.
So I am going to throw you guys a genre of music and a topic, and you're going to have to create a short song about it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Derek was very adamant about not wanting to do this one.
All right.
I am so out of my league here because he's literally a musician, guys, and a producer.
Check out my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/VolpeMusic.
All right.
Also on Twitter, aka Volpe.
You may have heard of me. I created the famous Porg singing the Star Wars theme song video.
To his Star Wars fan credit.
Yes.
But, so, first off,
Yes.
let's keep it with the theme. I want a rock Star Wars song. Can be specific to Last Jedi, can go the whole...
A rock Star Wars song.
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be so easy.
I mean,
No, this is your challenge.
No, you go. It's not my challenge. You came up with it.
He said it to you.
You came up with this, so you go. Oh, wait, it's just to me?
That was to you.
I was going to say both of you do it, but I can give you both a different genre.
No, I think we have to both do the same one.
Okay.
You go first, because you came up with it. You made up the
Star Wars is the best. I really, really like yellow lightsabers.
That kind of rock.
Yeah. That's mine.
There we go.
All right. Let me think about it for a second.
No, you can't think. I did it like this.
You go glam rock. Just
what is glam rock? What's an example of a song that's glam rock? What's a historic, like a good history?
I was just joking because I thought it'd be funny. But,
the Force Awakens
that's
is
not
really,
funny.
really awesome.
No, that's like heavy metal.
Just do what you feel.
Metal.
Star Wars. I love Star Wars. No, just kidding.
That's
okay.
Wow, I thought I was
child
gonna get
musical.
Okay. There was some Jedi. And there was Batman. And the Jedi. They liked Batman. But the Jedi hated Superman, and Batman hated Superman, and Jedi and the Batman hated Superman together. Like, that's the chorus part. That's pretty good, right? Batman.
I had to finish that for you. Because you did the da-na-na-na-na.
I didn't even do that intentionally. That's funny.
Yeah.
So, Georgina says 10 out of 10 Dana, and Mark says Metallica Star Wars featuring Dana.
Yes.
We'll wait a little bit.
Yeah, those are delayed comments. They didn't see mine yet.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
they definitely didn't see
because of the delay, you guys can kind of let this one ruminate. I want a electronic pop Overwatch League song.
Oh, no.
Overwatch League song.
I mean, if you just want to do Overwatch, you can, but I know I'm excited about my boys, the Houston Outlaws. Shout out to Jake.
I know, Jake looks like little Peter Parker.
Maya wants to know how much these songs are going to be for iTunes.
10,099.
Or for the special price
Cents.
of 69 cents, because, we'll take whatever we can get.
Oh, I just got that.
I mean, no, that's literally the cheapest you can sell stuff on iTunes.
Wow,
I know.
iTunes is dirty.
I know,
I love
right?
it.
I
don't think you
Wow,
won.
yeah,
Because we
no
just
one-
got...
no one is talking about you, Julian, so you need to redeem yourself here.
Okay.
Electronic Pop Overwatch League / Overwatch.
Gotta have the snaps, right? Because everybody pops on. Okay. There's a league where people play Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
Overwatch. It's a place where they go to win a lot, win a lot.
Wow.
It's a league only for winners, not losers. Losers. It's a league for breadwinners, not losers. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything else besides not losers.
Good job.
Well done.
I had the
Hi,
echo and I had
Georgina.
the snaps, right? This is hard. I can't think of things that rhyme off the top of my head. I could come up with a melody.
You don't
It can be
rhyme.
a free verse,
Yeah, but then there's just slam poetry.
That's why rock is the best, because you don't have to rhyme. Yeah.
And Dana?
Okay, your turn.
Oh, I actually have to do the pop one, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to do
I
all
thought
of
I
them.
won already.
No,
I thought
there's
this was
multiple.
just for, like, redemption.
You can win twice,
There's
Dana.
multiple.
Electronic punk?
Pop.
Pop.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that
Punk?
sounds like.
Did you say punk?
I don't even know what electronic pop is.
I think like Justin Bieber. Is it too late now to say Overwatch?
Is it too late to pop my ultimate? That's all I got.
Okay, I gotta win that one.
Yeah.
I think Dana's going to take this one. I think people just like her better.
I think I win that one 10 out of 10 times.
Is it too late to pop my ultimate? Am I too far away from my healer? I don't know, 'cause I'm a loser. And something.
Damn, that last line is deep.
Alright, fine, then I will play Mercy.
See, now we got that collaboration going. It seems like it's 1-1 so far. People are saying Julian won round 2. Those were the only 2 I had planned, so now I got to get a third one real quick.
I won round 1 too, shut up.
We're going to go country,
Okay.
and the topic is going to be Infinity War.
Okay.
All right, y'all. I'm going to win this one real quick. You said Infinity War?
Infinity War country.
All right. I got my Iron Man suit, and the bitches, they love it. All right, wait. No,
That
actually,
sounds very
all right.
country.
She thinks my suit is sexy. It really turns her on. She's always staring at me as I'm flying along. That's
Okay.
it.
Well done, well done.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm going to take my stones and put them in my glove, and then we're going to drink some whiskey.
That's just
Thanos
generic.
is the man. He has a bad plan. And he wants to probably get a little frisky. I said, Thanos, don't touch me like that. I said, Thanos, don't touch me like that.
Not in 2017, Thanos. Jesus.
I don't know why I went there. That was just where my
Infinity War, produced by Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, no.
Too soon.
No, too soon.
Hashtag me too.
Oh.
Or something. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where it went.
Yep.
I don't know how it got there from whiskey, but...
I think this is a great place to end our Star Wars podcast, wouldn't you say?
on abusive Thanos Infinity War song.
Well, he's not going to be nice to them.
I'm giving you guys another 30 seconds to send in your votes. So far, it's looking rather one-sided for Julian. If we have any Dana fans out there, please send them in.
Raya, you traitor!
There are no Dana fans out there.
I love you.
Wow, not even at this table?
No.
Oh.
No Dana fans.
Also, Cat Wow corrected you again.
I
Arrow
know,
is
I got
on
it
their
wrong.
6th season. I just want to point that
got
out.
it wrong
You were
twice.
wrong. That's because, okay, but to be fair, he hasn't watched the 6th season yet. He's so behind.
I was like, oh yeah, Flash on the 5th season. She's like, it's on the 4th season. Oh yeah, no, that's right. That's Arrow that's on its 5th
Wow,
season.
did you just
Arrow's on
assume
6th
Cat
season.
Wow's gender?
Yeah, I know, right?
You said
And now
her.
Cat Wow is going to be, actually, I'm a dude.
Didn't you say her just
I
now?
didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought I heard you say her. I thought I was saying it because you said it.
I don't know, but we could probably go back later and find out.
Yeah, probably.
It looks like the results are clear in the music challenge. In a shocking upset, a.k.a. Volpe takes it over Dana Lynette.
Maya and Mark are traitors. I don't like it when they
I want to thank my family. I want to thank my friends for helping me get to this point. I want to thank
Fire.
all the people that supported me. I want to thank the 2 people that are currently watching for watching in my moment of
Only on
triumph.
YouTube. We're good here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What do we got? Yeah, we got 2 there as well. Okay, should we wrap it up?
We should wrap it up. So let's go back through everything we talked about. How did we get to where... We actually we stayed on topic.
We stayed on topic pretty
which
well.
is really... Just so y'all know, if this is the first time of you watching the Riffsters, this is unusual.
Yeah, that's
To be fair, these are all the topics we covered in last week's podcast.
Yeah, last week's was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, we got crazy. So we started out with the origin of the sensory deprivation trailers. We then moved to talk about some new series on the horizon, what we have planned for 2018.
Yes.
Shout out to all the new subscribers. Then Star Wars, our main topic of the night. And we talked about how our fallen Riffster Derek can't buy tickets for movies. The betrayal that Julian felt when he watched The Force Awakens and how not Star Warsy it was.
It's a betrayal. That's a strong word.
It's betrayal. I have it written. You definitely 100% totally said it. Then we moved on to shitting on the prequels. More Star Wars came about, and then we took a little sidetrack down Justice League lane.
We did.
We said get good superheroes because we're sick and tired of bad superhero
mediocre
seasons. Game of Thrones is GOAT, or God is GOAT.
Yes.
Lightsaber battles and lightsaber construction, and then we closed on our music challenge.
That's good. We stayed on topic, but we had some room for a riffing there.
I'm a little proud of us for staying on topic, even though that's not our usual little tidbit there.
Well, let's be honest. We could talk about Star Wars for days.
You could literally talk about Star Wars for days.
So if you haven't seen the podcast before, if you're new to the podcast, as I know we have a lot of new viewers and subscribers, we always end it with a customary improvised sign-off, kind of like the ones you would see in a news show where the news anchor signs off. But we count each other down 3 seconds. 3 seconds to come up with a sign-off. Dana, 3, 2, 1.
I won the challenge!
Lies, but okay.
Okay, count me down.
Julian, 3, 2, 1.
Stay classy, Galaxy.
Almost like Stay Classy San Diego.
Yeah.
See how I did? See what I did there?
You did this
like an Anchorman.
3, 2, 1.
Don't trust the man behind the computers.
That's you.
That's sketchy. All right, guys. We will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.